Growl back. Oh my gosh. Assert dominance. Hi everybody, welcome to BLKbored Bitches. I am Anna.
I'm Mira.
And for today's episode, we're doing another reaction by who?
Ooh, my handbag.
Really?
I'm sorry, I got distracted. It's pretty. Alright, so reaction, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have no idea about this video. I've never heard of this video in my life. I've never heard of this creator in my life. This will be my first time. Is it going to be your first time?
Yep. And I also just found out that I was not screen recording any of this.
2 bloopers. We're not even a minute in.
Alright, so that intro might have been loud because we just realized we had fans on. It's like 100 degrees here.
It's hot in this bitch.
Be easy on us.
As you can tell from the title of this video is going to be a Snarled Dog reaction. Apparently it's got a lot of hype and has been a hit for a total of 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh! Okay.
Let's see if this lives up to the hype.
Hey, I'm Markia. Want to hear something scary?
I do. Intros to these music are always dope.
They really are.
Creepy images on the internet can sear themselves into our memory, leaving such a lasting impression we can't help but share them. They beckon us to share,
I think
like
I
a
want to get mine
curse
done.
passed amongst friends.
Or do them myself.
No other image has haunted the online world like Smile.Dog. Enjoy this classic creepypasta and spread the word. And
1 second, sorry. I said Snarled Dog. I said that so wrong. I apologize. Nobody cares. Moving on.
You said snarl?
Yeah.
I really thought you said smile. Oh.
2005, when I was only in 10th grade, Smile.Dog first came to my attention through my interest in web phenomena. Mary E. was the most often cited victim. In 1992, when she first encountered Smile.Dog, and her life changed forever. Mary was one of an estimated 400 people who saw the image when it was posted, though she is the only one who has spoken
Is this the deep web? My guy. No.
openly about the experience. The entire phenomenon centers on a picture file that is nowhere to be found on the internet. Many photo-manipulated simulacra litter the web. It is suspected these are fakes.
Can you just imagine getting that in an email?
I'm such a grammar Nazi, I wouldn't even take it seriously. You're gonna die. Not you are gonna die. You're gonna die.
Oh yeah.
Encounters with Smile.Dog are the stuff of internet legend. There are unverified rumors and even one persistent tale that in 2002, a hacker flooded forums with a deluge of Smile.Dog pictures. It is also said that in the mid to late 90s, that Smile.Dog circulated as an attachment of a chain email with the subject line, "Smile, God loves you." All alleged victims offer the same description of the photo. A dog-like creature, illuminated by the flash of the camera, sits in a dim room. The only background
Wait, what type of dog is that?
It looks like it's a husky.
A husky?
detail that is visible is a human hand extending from the darkness near the left side of the frame. The hand is empty, but is usually described as beckoning. Of course, most attention is given to the dog. The muzzle of the beast is reputedly split in a wide grin, revealing 2 rows of very white, very straight, very sharp, very human-looking teeth. This is a recollection of the victims who claim...
Is that the dude from Teeth?
I don't know what that is.
Teeth, the video I showed you? About that huge-ass monologue with that one dude and the flies all in the video? Oh my gosh.
Not even concerned about the flies, just an over-obsession with teeth that he would collect from animals and roadkill. That's a dope one too.
Really good video.
That's a good one, yeah.
Really moist. It is! When you like hear the author's like enunciation, it's really moist.
seeing the picture endlessly repeated in their mind's eye during the time they are in reality having epileptic fits. These fits are reported to continue often while the victims sleep, resulting in disturbing nightmares. In the summer of 2007, I was a writer gathering information for a few college assignments, and Mary E. had agreed to schedule an interview. At the last moment, Mary changed her mind and locked herself in, refusing to meet with me. For a time
That's 'cause
after my
Mary's
visit
smart
to
as
Mary's
hell.
apartment, nothing happened. Mary contacted me via email, however, near the beginning of March 2008. Subject: last summer's interview. Dear Mr. L, I am incredibly sorry about my behavior last summer when you came to interview me. I hope you understand that it was no fault of yours. Forgive me. At the time, I was afraid. For 15 years, I have been haunted. Smile.Dog comes to me in my sleep every night. The only thing ahead of me is that horrible picture. I see the beckoning hand and Smile.Dog. It talks to me. Though I'm not quite sure what it really is. It tells me it will leave me alone if only I do as it asks and spread the word. And I know exactly what it means. It wants me to show it to someone else. And I could. The week after my incident, I received in the mail a manila envelope with no return address. Inside was only a 3.5-inch floppy diskette. Without having to check,
How old is this damn story? We look like we running on AOL. We got floppy disks. What is this?
It just reminds me of like when I was like 12 and on Instagram, and it was just like, if you don't like repost this, something's gonna happen to you
Oh,
or
those
your family.
stupid
The
forwards.
chain mail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
precisely what was on it. I thought for a long time about my options. If Smile.Dog kept its word, I could sleep. Yet if it lied, what would I do? I kept the diskette hidden amongst my things. Every night for 15 years, Smile.Dog has come to me in my sleep and demanded that I spread the word.
Oh, you
For
patient?
15 years, I have stood strong, though there have been hard times. Many of my fellow victims where I first encountered Smile.Dog stopped posting. I heard some of them committed suicide. Others remained completely silent, simply disappearing off the face of the web. I sincerely hope you will forgive me, Mr. L, but last summer I was near the breaking point. I decided I was going to give you the floppy diskette. I wanted it to end. You were a stranger, and I thought I would not feel sorrow when you took the diskette and sealed your fate. Before you arrived, I realized what I was doing. I am ashamed, Mr. L, and I hope that this warning will dissuade you from further investigation of Smile.Dog. You may in time encounter someone who is, if not weaker than I, then wholly more depraved. Someone who will not hesitate to follow Smile.Dog's orders. Stop while you are still whole. Sincerely, Mary E. Mary's husband, Terrence, contacted me later that month with the news that his wife had killed herself. I will admit that I was a little uncertain about how to respond to this. A quick check of several Chicago newspapers' online obituaries, however, proved that Mary E. was indeed dead. Almost a full year after, I received another email. Subject: Smile. Hello. I found your email address through a mailing list. Your profile said you were interested in Smile.Dog. I have saw it. It is not as bad as everyone says. I have sent it to you here. Just spreading the word. Smiley face. The final line chilled me to the bone. There was one file attachment. Smile.Dog. If I downloaded the image, if I looked at it,
Don't do
and
it.
if Mary turned out to be correct,
Don't do
if
it.
Smile.Dog came to me in my dreams, demanding I spread the word, what would I do? Would I live my life as Mary had? Or would I simply spread the word, eager to be put to rest?
You better take that email and move it straight to trash. Try and figure out if you can block it. Junk mail.
Who
Nope.
sent you this in the first place?
Right? Like, why would you even risk it?
I ain't taking the chance.
No!
If I went through with my earlier intention to write a short article about Smile.Dog, I could attach it as evidence. And anyone who read the article, anyone who took interest would be affected. And even assuming the Smile.Dog attached to the email was genuine, would I save myself in that manner? Could I spread the word? Yes. Yes, I could.
I hate you. I hate you.
Well, damn.
I hope you go play in traffic.
So that's not our only video for today. We got 2 more. One is also another snarled video, and another one comes from, you'll see later, you'll see.
So the creator that we're watching these videos from is called Snarled.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's like Sapphire, but black?
Well, it's the same account.
Oh,
It's the
just
same-
different creators doing
Yeah.
different scary stories.
I think Sapphire stopped a while ago. If you don't know who Sapphire is, she's the original person who would narrate the stories.
Hey, I'm Markia. Want to hear something scary?
Her name's
The
really funny.
Cheuksin. Our modern world rests alongside a supernatural one. The 2 worlds are more intertwined than we'd like to admit. Be warned, but also be comforted by the fact that experiencing the dark side of the supernatural is all just a matter of timing. 2 12-year-old girls from South Korea, Mi and Jin, had just arrived at camp for the summer. Both had never been before, although Mi frequently camped with her family. Their first day was exciting, getting to know their fellow campers and doing outdoor activities. At the end of the day, the camp quickly quieted down during the night, but Jen couldn't sleep.
Speaking of camp, how do you feel about camp?
Camps suck.
Yeah.
I've been to 2, and they suck.
Well, damn.
Like, personal camping is fine. Camping with other little wiener kids that were the same age as me with their whole popularity contests and pick on the black girl bullshit, I'm good. Camp suck.
Oh, damn.
Wanted to explore more of the campgrounds at night. She woke up Mi and fibbed that she needed someone to go to the bathroom with her. Jen knew if she told Mi her true intentions, that she would never go. Mi always followed the rules, while Jen would question why there were rules in the first place. Once they arrived at the small building holding the bathrooms, Jen figured she might as well go while she figured out how to get Mi to go exploring. Mi, eager to get back to bed, told her, "I'll stay out here and wait for you." As soon as Jen entered the bathroom, she felt something was off. It was freezing in there. She flipped the light switch on. One dimly lit bulb flickered on, just barely enough to make out the bathroom stalls directly in front of her. Shivering, suddenly having to go to the bathroom more than ever, she started moving towards the stalls. Reaching out her hand to the first stall, she felt something like strands of hair whip across her face.
Ugh.
Stunned, she jumped back. In the corner of her eye, something moved off to the right of her. Spinning towards it, a woman with long black hair.
Nah. We leave it. I'm good. I'm so good. You can have that whole bathroom.
Who was that, me or Jen?
Oh my god.
Sister,
Exactly.
come rescue me.
Exactly.
I don't gotta go no more. It already went down.
Exactly. I peed my pants just looking at this.
No!
Oh my god. Looking like a ring. Like the girl from the ring.
Silent, waiting. Jen abruptly turned around and sped out the door. Grabbing Mi, she pushed her towards the path back to their cabin. All thoughts of exploration forgotten, Jen couldn't have seen what she just saw. It must have been her imagination getting the best of her. "Are you okay?" Mi chuckled. "I thought for sure you got me out here so you could go exploring." Jen stammered. "I thought I saw something. Someone. A camper, maybe?" It kind of looked like something.
Ain't no damn way in hell that was a camper.
No. No, she is too damn grown.
Exactly.
To be a damn camper.
Y'all are like 12.
You reaching.
At least that girl was 17.
Oh,
Or a
God.
movie. I don't know. Mi stopped dead in her tracks, looking behind Jen at the bathroom door. "Wait." She looked very concerned. "What's the date?" Jen stopped, staring at Mi, wondering what was going on. Mi continued worriedly. "It's the Cheuksin. On dates with a 6 in it, the only way to safely use a bathroom at night is to cough 3 times before entering and to carry food as tribute. Otherwise, the Cheuksin could find you. The good news is that there is only one of her, and she is only in one bathroom at a time. If she is here, you must appease her." Jen blinked, staring at me, waiting for her to say she was joking. "Appease her?" Yes, you must appease her, or she will follow you home. Having said that, Me pulled a dry rice ball from...
I'm at a camp.
She doing this all because she wants food.
Right? Petty level 1000. You at a camp with children. What kind of good food are you expecting anyway?
Honestly true.
pocket and ran back toward the outhouse, placing it at the doorway. The two girls ran back to their cabin. By the time Jen had tucked herself back into her bunk, she remembered how weird Me could be at times with her superstitions. And also, she was more convinced than ever it had to just have been another camper using the bathroom.
No.
Around midnight, Jen woke up having to go so badly that she didn't even think to wake up.
You better hold it in.
She dashed out of bed and ran.
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Who the is going to the bathroom in the middle of the night with their hair like this? Unless you are drunk, you are not going to be walking with your hair all like this
At a kids'
bathroom.
camp.
Exactly, just to go pee. Like, nah, I don't care.
To the bathroom building. When she got to the bathroom door, fear struck her and stopped her dead in her tracks. I could just go outside, I guess, she thought as she swung her flashlight back out towards the dark
she cough?
woods surrounding and encroaching upon the bathroom building. Or not, Jen quickly thought to herself. Look, the rice ball is still there, so the Cheuksin is appeased. And besides, that's all stupid anyway. I've been using bathrooms all my life.
Girl, you
I'll
better
be
go
quick.
outside.
After Jen
Honestly.
stepped inside, she
Squat
then
and call it a
remembered
day.
what she had forgotten to do, to cough 3 times. Jen felt thick strands of hair quickly coil around her neck like a snake. Confused, she reached for the hair to pull it away, but it tightened, trapping her, strangling her so she couldn't make a sound. Lifted into the air by her neck, the pressure increasing around it, the long strands surrounded.
Where's the other girl at?
She's in bed. She's asleep.
Oh, she was.
This dumbass got out of bed and was like, I don't believe what I just saw 5 minutes ago. And my sister over-exaggerates, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Well, damn.
Wrapping her in a deadly embrace. The Cheuksin sat on the ceiling.
Bruh.
Like
That's totally another camper. Totally.
Looked hella creepy.
figure that Jen had seen before. Lifting her new prey up into her arms,
Oh,
the
no.
goddess pushed its face against hers, breathing in the shallow breaths coming out of Jen's body. I would have followed you home, but I was too hungry. So this time, it will only be you. At that, the Cheuksin moved towards the toilet, which transformed into a bottomless pit. The goddess hurriedly dragged Jen's hair-wrapped body down into the pit with her. She was in such a hurry that the stall changed back into a toilet before her entire body came through, cutting off Jen's left arm, leaving the chopped limb in the stall for the other campers to find the next morning.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, because she didn't share her germs? You got your food.
You really did. That's some petty shit, dude. See,
Oh
you
my
can't
God.
you can't trust someone who has all their hair in their face in the middle of the night at a bathroom.
Ridiculous.
Last one is by Wansee Entertainment.
Moral to that last story. Spread your germs and leave food in a bathroom. And you'll be good.
Oh, definitely. This one's called Do Not Go to School in the Middle of the Night.
Nope, no night school?
No night school.
Okay.
About 5 years ago, my friends and I were at the school, and we were joking about sneaking onto the roof after we noticed a ladder that was leading up to it. We all kept daring each other to do it, but no one actually said yes. Then someone dared me, so I said, sure, I'll do that. Meet me here tonight at 10 p.m. Everyone seemed surprised, but in reality, I was hoping that the ladder would be gone by that night so I wouldn't have to do it. I didn't want to do that, actually. After that night,
What the f did you say you would do it then?
Right?
Oh my
it was
gosh.
about 9:45 p.m., and then I snuck out my window and headed over to the school again. I crossed my fingers that the ladder wouldn't be there.
I'm just saying, even if I were to tell somebody, yeah, I'll totally do, I'll be there at 10, I'm also the kind of person who doesn't like to actually follow through with a lot of plans sometimes.
Late as hell.
Especially if it's past my bedtime and they're like, are you coming? Nah, I got like the mad shits or something.
Oh my gosh.
But unfortunately, once I got there, all but one of my friends was already waiting, and the ladder was still there. One of my friends snickered and told me, "You have to stay there for at least 5 minutes as well." I then sighed and said, "Fine." I really didn't want to get caught and suspended, so I walked over slowly, hoping that something would happen to us. However, the place around us was so quiet. I reached the ladder and stepped onto it. It wobbled a little bit at first because it wasn't attached to the building. So I closed my eyes and took a deep breath, then continued to climb. The higher I climbed, the more and more the ladder was unstable, which made me worried, but I made it to the top anyhow. I sat down on the roof and looked down to see my friends, but when I scanned the street, I couldn't see them at all.
I hate y'all.
In confusion, I was about to shout out to find them. Then I heard a loud bang, so I stood up and rushed to the edge of the roof. The ladder had fallen. I looked up trying to find my friends and said, "Gee, guys, this ain't funny. Where are y'all?" My voice echoed through the dark
Right?
in an empty street. The night was cold and I was getting really worried. The school wasn't that tall, but it was still a long way from the roof to the ground. I scanned the street one last time, hoping they would reveal themselves. Then I saw something. Those red eyes were staring at me about 100 feet from me. I froze.
Excuse me?
What the heck is that?
No.
Showing its teeth, the thing
Nope,
slowly
nope.
smiled.
Stay away,
and the
sir.
light suddenly
Stay
went
away.
out. Everything was pitch black. I wasn't sure if I was dreaming or not. Then the lights turned back on, and I could finally see that creature hiding behind another lamppost. It was close to me.
Are you lost, sir? Are you looking for some wilderness? It's either on your left or your right. I taste like trash.
Whenever the lights went out again and were turned back on, it came much closer.
Are you lying?
Nah, dude, you gotta play dead at this point.
I will fake a heart attack so quick.
Like, seriously.
When it finally reached the final lamppost, I was shaking so hard. I tried to walk backward, but then accidentally stumbled, almost falling from the roof.
Woo!
However, I managed to stop myself. So I looked down, searching around everywhere, but the creature had disappeared. I thought maybe it's just a nightmare, but I was wrong.
How? How is it a nightmare? You not asleep.
You literally just pinched yourself.
Sir,
Where the f did your friends go?
they got eaten.
Oh,
I could feel something was staring at me. I slowly turned my head, and there it was. That thing was standing.
How you
towering
get on the
over me.
roof?
The creature was at least 10 feet
That's a
tall,
good question,
and it
though.
had bloodshot eyes and the most evil smile I've ever seen. I tried to scream, but no noise came out. It growled at me and stepped forward. I guess I had no choice.
Step back, sir.
Growl back. Oh my gosh. Assert dominance.
Off the roof, not realizing I was right next to the edge. When I fell off, I hit my head really hard against the ground.
Oh, I bet you
However,
did.
despite the pain, I jumped to my feet. I ran away from the building
That's
as
that
fast as I
adrenaline,
could,
baby.
glancing back at the roof to see if that thing was gone. Then I noticed that it was standing in front of a window in the school, still staring at me. I had to stop turning my head. I couldn't put those red eyes out of my mind during the time I was coming back home. When I finally made it back to my house, I ran inside. Of course, my parents yelled at me for being out late at night, but I wasn't really listening because I was so scared. So I just apologized and then ran up to my bed. I had to hide under my covers for the whole night, too afraid to
Nope.
sleep.
I don't give a shit how old I am. I see something like that, I'm getting in bed with my mama. I don't give a
I
I don't care. Nope.
But the most horrible thing was what happened the next day. The next morning, when I argued with my friends about the previous night, leaving me alone, they were all confused and claimed they never went there. Then, what were the messages from my friends that they were coming? And who were they that I saw yesterday? I couldn't say anything.
Did you see the eyes in the locker?
Mm-mm.
Hey,
Come on.
I couldn't say anything.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, your school haunted.
That school got something going on. Oh my god.
That though. F all of that.
All of that. Every
Which,
single last bit of it.
if you had to experience one of these 3 stories though, like personally, which 3?
I think the one that's closest to ever happening is the Smile.Dog one.
True.
Because it's almost like getting that Nigerian prince email or that
The chain
I'm
mail.
a dying nun and I've been advised by my lawyer to keep my millions, but I just want to donate it before I die.
I hate all of these. I hate all of these. I'd probably go with the 3rd one. Because
That's cool.
for the 1st one and the 3rd one, you don't know if they actually died. The 2nd one, she did. Like, she dead.
I don't think the first one, the person, he did die.
The first person, because he did say he was going to put it in his article. So there's a chance that he did live.
Yeah, he was selfish as hell. He was like, I'm going to open it, but I plan on telling everybody anyway.
Yeah.
So that's on them.
But yeah, that's all for this. This will be a 2-upload day, so don't be surprised if you see us again.
Is this on Saturday? For the record, this is our first scary Saturday stories.
Yeah. I like watching other people react to them, so if you like, you like it too, and if you like watching us react to these, send us some scary shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Leave them down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed our reactions and, of course, would love to see more, go ahead and leave a fat like,
Comment,
share,
subscrizzle,
and we will catch you next time.
bye bitches. He did.